Well, hello everyone, and welcome to another edition of Talking Bullion. Well, I got a package in the mail. Actually, just got it a few minutes ago, and I want to open it up, see what's in there. I think I went a little off the board with what I normally pick up with this one, just because it was a good deal, a deal at spot. So I figured I'd pick it up and get a couple extra things I normally don't stack, but got some ideas on what I can do with it. And this was another Facebook purchase that I made. So once in a while, you can find pretty good deals on Facebook. Most of the time, it's, decent price, but nothing that makes you want to jump and say, I got to have it. But once in a while, you come across something decent. You can make offers too. So somebody lists something, you can always, make an offer to them and they can reject or accept. And that's what happened on this one. I made an offer, get it down the spot, and he accepted it. So that was pretty cool. And, my philosophy is if they don't want to accept it, that's fine. I don't blame anybody for getting as much as they want to out of a deal. But I'm always willing to walk. I'm not going to bind myself into a deal that I don't like. I will walk if I can't get it for the right price. Now somebody would say you're a low baller. No, I don't think so. I just value my money and I like to pay as least as possible, as most people do. And again, it's a negotiation between a buyer and a seller. I have something to sell. I want to buy something. We negotiate. If we can't come up with a price, then you walk away. And I'm sure the seller will sell to somebody else. But for me, if the deal doesn't work for me, then why would I take it? Anyway, enough about that. Why don't we go ahead and take a look? Alright, so maybe I should just try pulling it here. Nope, that's not going to work. Just stomp everything towards the bottom. Cut off at the very edge here. Now, one of the pros really with ordering from Facebook when you're doing an unboxing is you really shouldn't have an invoice in there. So, oh, look at that. Cute little package. Now my lighting's a little bit different today, you might notice. It seems like there's a little bit of a blue cast on there, but I'm trying to use some natural lighting. Got the window open today, window shades open. Thought I'd try to use some of this natural lighting instead of this artificial lighting. See if it's a little bit better. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, but why not give it a try? Nothing better than the natural stuff, right? Alright, so nice little bag of stuff here. Let's see, I don't remember exactly what was on it. I kind of remember. Let's see what we have here. Dump it out. Oh, yeah. What do you think? What do you see? Some Constitutional silver. All right. Look at that. Pretty nice, huh? Nice little assortment. So, got this off for under $100. Pretty cool. And well, not really liking that blue cast. Let me see if I can fix that a little bit. There we go. I think that looks a little bit better. So anyway, you can see there's a bunch of dimes or some quarters. Now the thing that I got that I really don't usually get is a few war nickels. I think there might be 5 of them in here. So I'm not a big war nickel guy. I mean, they're 35% silver. And so they do have silver in them, but I just think I'm a 90% guy. No, I can't get the autofocus to work. So the war nickels aren't in very good shape. They've had their better days. I don't know, ever since I upgraded the software on this camera, it doesn't seem to work very well. See it trying to catch up with a can. I used to be able to put things real close to this. See if we can put it here and then zoom in. Works a little better. Not that big a deal. Not a whole lot. See, it's a war nickel, so there's number 4 and there's number 5. I'll look at the dates later, but nothing real special about the war nickels date-wise. But you can see here, see the big mint mark above the Monticello? That tells you that it's a war nickel, that it's a 35% silver. That's how you know the difference between that and a regular nickel. So there you go. Let's see if we can find another one here. Big old D. Let's do one more here just to see if we have anything different. It's like a P for Philadelphia. So cool, huh? All right. So let's zoom back out and do some counts here. See what we have. 1, 2, 3, 4 quarters. So we have a dollar face of the quarters. And we can look at the sides and see that those are definitely silver. All right, so let's look at our Roosevelt dimes. There's 5 of them. There's 10, so there's another dollar. Let's put them up here. There's $2. There's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. There's $3. Let's get some mercs here. There's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 mercuries. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So what do we have? There's 8 there, so take 2 off of here. That's $4 and 60 cents. All right, so one of the things with the Facebook is you usually almost always have to pay for shipping, and to me, shipping is part of the cost, and if I still can't get it for spot with the shipping costs, then I don't really want to do the deal. So shipping is very important for me as well. All right, so let's move the camera over a little bit. So we have the 5 war nickels, again 35%, and this was a Canadian dime. That was part of the deal. I mean, I don't collect Canadian junk silver, but I think this is an 80%er, and that's cool. I mean, cool little boat on it. I will probably, use it as a giveaway on my live streams, which are Monday nights at 9 p.m. with Mrs. TB and myself. We do a pretty cool live stream, do some giveaways. So that'll be nice for that. Maybe some more nickels too. All right, so why don't we take a look at how I know how much this constitutional silver cost me. So let me go ahead and spread it out just because it looks better, right? Yep, sure does. Oh yeah. So there we go. So how are we going to do this? Let's go out to my favorite website that I used to use for calculating my junk silver. It went down a couple months ago. I'm kind of bummed about it because pretty cool website it was. So for now, let's go over here. So for now I use a website called coinapps.com, which most people use. And you can see here right on the front there's a US coin melt value calculator. So I go over here. Now one of the things you have to be aware of with this site, which you don't hear a lot of, I don't think people realize, is this is the calculation for BU. So they're calculating without any wear. And very rarely does constitutional silver not have wear on it. So I'll show you how to compensate for that. But the first thing we want to do is put our counts in over here. And it really doesn't matter if you do Mercury or Roosevelt dimes because it all calculates the same. So I just use one column. So let's go back to our constitutional silver here. Well, they had 1, 2, 3. We had $3.60, so 36 dimes. So we'll put 36 in here. We also had 4 quarters. We also have 5 war nickels. All right. So that takes care of all the U.S. stuff. And we can pop over on the Canadian side and look at the dime. So once we put all that in there, with the current spot price. And let me just check that spot price here real quick. I think it goes out there and it reads it automatically, but I don't think it's always updated. I'm not sure how often they update that spot price. I show on JM Bullion that the current spot price is $24.90. Not a big deal, but let's put it in. Watch the red down here and see if it changes the number, because it does it real time. Yep. What was that, about 50 cents? 39.90. Yeah, so it makes a difference. All right, so right now, if you did all this at today's current spot price, you would have in BU coins, now I'm going to show you that calculation, you'd have $89.86 in melt value of all this beautiful constitutional silver. And it is beautiful. I love this stuff. All right. But as you can see, this is not BU coinage, and I usually will not pay for BU coinage. So what you want to do to make sure you're calculating the right amount is put in a factor over here of 1.2. So you put in amount of wear is 1.2. So if I put in 1.2, so you can see it drops it over a buck. It was about $1.20. So it makes a difference. I use that $1.20 as calculation what I want to pay, because to me that's the true value of what I'm buying. Not the BU. This is not BU coinage. This is coins with wear, and we need to compensate for that wear. So I did all the calculations. I used 0.715 per ounce to calculate for wear, and this 1.2 is what compensates for that 7.15. I did that. I figured that out. So use that number. I think it'll be fair, and it's fair for both parties to know the true value. And then notice too, if you come down here and take a look at the troy ounces, it tells you how much silver you have in there. 3.56 troy ounces, or if we were to round up, 3.57, and gives you, the ounces, pounds, grams, kilos. But, really right here, this is what we're interested in, right? So this purchase added another 3.5 ounces of silver to our stack, which is cool. So, all right, so 88.78, $88.78 melt value. And so let's go back. All right, so let's take a look at that dime. I have one Canadian dime, and before this order, I never used the Canadian silver melt calculator, but they do have one. It's right here, so let's click on that. And you can see here on the Canadian side, there's a lot of different percentages of silver. 92.5, 90, 80. So I looked at this dime, and it was a 1963. So let's go back over here and take a look. Here's the dime, 37 to 52, 53 to 67. So there we are, we're at 1963. So it'd be an 80% dime. Put one in there because that's all I have. It's 1.48. So $1.48 is how much that dime's worth in melt value. It's pretty cool that something that tiny can be worth almost $1.50. But let's not forget our wear. So we have to put in the 1.2 wear in there. So it works out to 1.47. So in this instance, it's a penny difference, but those pennies add up, don't they? So let's go to our calculator. So let's put in the 1.47. We're going to add the 88.78? Something like that, close enough. And we get $90.25. So all this nice, beautiful, constitutional / junk silver, 90%, except one little dime that's 80%, that's worth $90.25. So I think that's went down a couple dollars since the day I made the offer, but that's all right. It'll go back up. We know how it fluctuates up and down and all around. So yeah, pretty nice little assortment, huh? 4 quarters, 36 dimes, 5 war nickels, and an 80% Canadian dime, 1963. So what do you think, huh? Was able to pick up some more constitutional silver. We've got $4.60 and 90%. We got 25 cents and 35%, and 10 cents and 80%. Huh, nice little variety there, huh? Pretty cool. Well, I'm happy with the purchase. I was able to, pick up some more constitutional silver at spot, which has been difficult to do lately, and that's why I haven't been buying much of it. But I was able to pick some up, and that's pretty cool. I'm really happy with that. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching, and always remember, let's keep talking bullion.